नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं हूँ CMA रत्ना। आज हम बात कर रहे हैं फंडामेंटल अकाउंटिंग MCQ सॉल्विंग। प्रीवियस वीडियो में वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, हम लोग ऑलरेडी बात कर चुके हैं, डिस्कस कर चुके हैं फर्स्ट टू 15th MCQs। अभी ये वीडियो में अभी आपको 16th क्वेश्चन से 40 क्वेश्चन तक एक्सप्लेनेशन मिलेगा। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। क्वेश्चन नंबर 16, ट्रेड डिस्काउंट इज अलाउड एट द टाइम ऑफ सेल ऑफ गुड्स। अगर सेल करते समय ट्रेड डिस्काउंट देते तो एट द टाइम ऑफ सेल ऑफ गुड्स इसका ट्रीटमेंट क्या होगा? इसका ट्रीटमेंट होगा नॉट रिकॉर्डेड इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स। द डिस्काउंट इज गिवन एट द टाइम ऑफ सेल। इफ इट इज गिवन आफ्टर द सेल वी वुड हैव रिकॉर्डेड, बट इफ इट इज गिवन एट द टाइम ऑफ सेल नॉट रिकॉर्डेड इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स। ठीक है। ए डेबिट नोट इश्यूड टू ए क्रेडिटर फॉर गुड्स रिटर्न इज टू बी रिकॉर्डेड इन द डैश। सी, डेबिट नोट इश्यूड टू द क्रेडिटर। डेबिट नोट इश्यू किया था क्रेडिटर को। क्रेडिटर कौन है पहले हम चेक कर दे। सी, व्हेन वी आर हम कुछ परचेज करते हैं तो परचेज अकाउंट डेटर टेक द एग्जाम्पल, मिस्टर एक्स से हम परचेज किए तो ये मिस्टर एक्स हमारा क्रेडिटर हो जाएगा, राइट। यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? ए डेबिट नोट इश्यूड टू द क्रेडिटर। ये क्रेडिटर को हम लोग क्या इश्यू कर रहे हैं? डेबिट नोट इश्यू कर रहे फॉर द गुड्स रिटर्न। सी, गुड्स पहले सोचिए, पहले गुड्स लिया था 1000 रुपीज़ का एग्जाम्पल। अगर मैं एक 200 रुपीज़ का गुड्स रिटर्न करती हूँ, इफ 200 रुपीज़ वर्थ ऑफ गुड्स रिटर्न, तो कैसे लिख देंगे हम? रिटर्न कैसे एंट्री लिखेंगे? सी, मिस्टर एक्स क्रेडिटर, दिस पर्सन इज अ क्रेडिटर टू परचेज रिटर्न्स। परचेजेस को हम लोग वापस कर दे रहे। परचेज रिटर्न्स 200 रुपीज़ का वैल्यू हम लोग कम कर रहे हैं। इसका मतलब इफेक्टिव क्रेडिटर्स हाउ मच? पहले 1000 रुपीज़ का क्रेडिट परचेस किया था हमने। 200 रुपीज़ का गुड्स कुछ रीज़न के कारण हम लोग वापस कर रहे। इसका मतलब 1000 रुपीज़ का परचेस किए, 200 रुपीज़ का वापस कर रहे। इसका मतलब 800 रुपीज़ ओनली द क्रेडिटर्स बैलेंस। सो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग here? What is happening? Purchase return book, where we need to write. See, a debit note issued to the creditors for the goods returned is to be recorded where? In the purchase return. See, this is for the purchase return. Understanding? Right. The determination of expenses for an accounting period is based on the concept of determination of expenses for a accounting period. For what period? For the accounting period. So we can say simply this is a periodicity concept. Which concept? Periodicity concept. Decrease in the amount of creditors result in. Take the example. I'll show you everything with the example. This is a balance sheet. Let's take the example. We have cash balance. Only cash we have. Take the example 1000 rupees or 1 lakh rupee. And we have the creditors balance is how much? Take the example 30,000. Example. See, decrease in the amount of creditors result in. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? क्रेडिटर्स का डिक्रीज हो रहा है। इसका मतलब हम क्या किया होगा? क्रेडिटर्स का डिक्रीज होना, तब कैसे डिक्रीज होगा? व्हेन वी आर पेइंग द अमाउंट, लेट्स अज्यूम हम लोग 10,000 रुपये क्रेडिटर को पे कर रहे, तो हमारे क्रेडिटर्स हो जाएगा 20,000। एट द सेम टाइम 10,000 रुपये हम लोग पे कर रहे क्रेडिटर को, हमारा 10,000 रुपये भी यहाँ पे कम हो जा रहा कैश बैलेंस से, तो 90,000 ही होगा। मीन्स यहाँ पे जितना 10,000 से कम हुआ, वट एवर द बैलेंस वी हैड इन द liability side, that is decreased by 10,000. ईयर ऑल्सो द कैश बैलेंस, हमारे पास जितना भी कैश था उसमें से 10,000 रुपये क्रेडिटर्स को गया, तो फिर 10,000 रुपये इधर भी कम हुआ। इसका मतलब व्हेन द क्रेडिटर्स आर गेटिंग डिक्रीज, एट द सेम टाइम आवर असेट्स वैल्यू इज ऑल्सो गेटिंग डिक्रीज इन कैश. If we have other assets, it's okay, but cash is also form part of the asset. So cash is only paid to the क्रेडिटर, सो हमारा कैश बैलेंस भी कम होगा। जितना अमाउंट क्रेडिटर को हम पे करते हैं उतना अमाउंट कैश बैलेंस भी कम होगा यहाँ पे, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट, सब्सक्रिप्शन रिसीव्ड इन एडवांस इज टू बी शोन। सब्सक्रिप्शन रिसीव्ड इन एडवांस इसका मतलब क्या होता है? सब्सक्रिप्शंस का जो अमाउंट होगा वो इनकम होता है। सी, ये सोचिए हमारा फिनेंशियल ईयर है 1 अप्रैल 2012 तो 31 मार्च 2013, एग्जाम्पल बता रही हूँ मैं। ये साल का सब्सक्रिप्शन मैं अगर ये साल में लेती हूँ तो ये मेरा इनकम हो जाएगा, मेरा इनकम बन जाएगा ये। मगर अगले साल का 2013 एंड 14 का मैं अभी ले लेती हूँ एडवांस्ड सब्सक्रिप्शन यहाँ पे ये पीरियड पे, तो मेरा ये लाइबिलिटी होगा। ये जाके मुझे सर्विस देना पड़ेगा अगले साल में, तो ये लाइबिलिटी बनेगा। जब ये लाइबिलिटी बनता, ये लाइबिलिटी शोन इन द बैलेंस शीट, बैलेंस शीट में बताना होगा ये मेरा लाइबिलिटी है, अगले साल का सब्सक्रिप्शन का अमाउंट मुझे ए साल में मिला है, तो ये मेरा लाइबिलिटी बन जाएगा। Which of the following is an accounting equation? Accounting equation, again I will show you with the balance example. This is a balance sheet. Here we have the assets, fixed assets, we have current assets. Total put together we have total assets. Here we have owners fund. ओनर्स फंड है यहाँ पे आउटसाइड लायबिलिटीज़ है, लायबिलिटीज़। अगर मुझे कैपिटल का इन्फॉर्मेशन जानना है, देखिए कैपिटल का इन्फॉर्मेशन जानना है तो मैं ऐसा कर सकती हूँ ना, पूरा टोटल असेट्स माइनस लायबिलिटीज़ कर सकती हूँ ना। तो कैपिटल इज इक्वल टू असेट्स माइनस लायबिलिटीज़, टोटल असेट्स माइनस लायबिलिटीज़। कैन आई से टोटल असेट्स माइनस लायबिलिटीज़ इज माई कैपिटल total assets, these are the total assets I have. From this external liabilities if I remove, then I will get this portion as a owner's capital. Am I understandable? Right, this is a right answer. As 9, this is accounting standard 9 deals with what? Accounting standard 9 deals with revenue recognition. Accounting standards you will study in the intermediate level. Why draws pay attention everyone here. Why draws a trade bill of rupees 12,000 for 6 months on X? This person is a Y, draws bill on X. Bill on X. He draws the bill on X for 6 months. For 6 months on X. After holding the bill for 2.5 months, Y discounted the bill with bank 10%, the amount of discount. See, before understanding the question, we will understand the concept first. Who is the Y? Y is the seller. He is selling some products to Mr. X. This person is a buyer. He is purchasing some assets or some goods from Y. X is purchasing the goods from Y, but X has to pay the amount to Y, but X does not have the funds. So what is happening here? Y is drawing the bill. Y is drawing the bill on X. Y is drawing the bill on X, saying that I am so and so person, I need to pay this amount in the future after 6 months to Y. He himself is writing on his name. He will that bill will be sent to X, and this person will sign and send to Y again. This bill is for the 6 months, but he cannot wait for the 6 months. He may be having some other requirements with the funds. So after waiting for the 2.5 months, he went to the bank and he has got it discounted. What does it mean? Discounted at 10%. What is the amount of discount? We will see. See, the bill amount was how much? Bill amount was for the 12,000, and the duration of the bill or the time period for the bill we can say 6 months. But after holding for the 2.5 months, he was after holding for the 2.5 months, he went to the bank for the discounting. Means bill duration was only for the 6 months. From this, he was already waited for the 2.5 months. It means remaining 3.5 months only there for the maturity. So as he cannot wait for the 3.5 months, he went to the bank for the discounting. So what the bank has done, this is a bank has received the bill received is how much, 12,000 worth of the bill the bank is received. It is discounted at the rate of 10%, means it is giving the upfront payment, so that we call it as discount. 10% for per annum, in the sense what, divided by 12. But he is taking the amount only for the 3.5 months. Actually the bill validity for the 6 months, 2.5 months he has already waited, so remaining months are there for the maturity is only 3.5. So multiply with 3.5 months, so you will get the discount amount. Take the calci fatafat. 12,000 divided by 12 into 10% into 3.5 is nothing but 350 rupees is the discount. What does it mean? Means the bank is reducing 350 rupees from the bill amount of 12,000. Means actual amount is received, we can say actual amount received by the seller is 12,000 minus 350 is nothing but 11,650 rupees. This is the amount received by the seller, this person seller, and this is the amount discount, this is a profit to the bank. Discount received, this amount is received by the bank. Right, next one, 350 rupees. Bills receivable books is a part of, bills receivable book is a part of where? Part of what? Bills receivable is a part of journals. We will write the journal entries, right? That one. X of Delhi send out certain goods at a cost plus 25%. Okay, he is sending certain goods at cost plus 25%. It means this is 125% of the cost. Can we say 125% of the cost? 100% is the first one cost, plus 25% he is adding for his profit. Invoice value of the goods is 1,20,000. 4/5 of the goods were sold by the consignee at 1 lakh. Commission 2% up to invoice value, 10% of any surplus above invoice. The amount of commission is, yes, we'll discuss. Wait a second, I'll discuss. See, everyone pay attention. See, cost plus, I'll erase this one. Cost plus 25% is what? X of Delhi send out certain goods at cost plus 25%. This person is X. He sends goods to somebody. His name is not given. To, let's assume the person Y. He is sending the goods at what? At cost is 100%, whatever the cost of the goods cost, plus some percentage he is adding as a profit element. For whom? For X. How much? 25% on the cost. So 25% of the cost. It doesn't mean that this is at selling price for him. I can say invoice price, right? Invoice value of the goods, 1,20,000 of the goods were sold by the consignee at 1 lakh rupee. See, here invoice value of the goods 1,20,000. How much he sent? Mr. X sent 1,20,000 invoice value, 1,20,000 invoice price, IP invoice price. Out of which 4 out of 5, it is nothing but 80% of the goods sold by the consignee at 1 lakh rupee. Means sale proceedings, we can say actually 1,20,000 was the total sales. Total goods which have been sent from X to Y, out of which 4/5 of the goods were sold by the consignee. Consignee is this person, consignee, and the person who is sending the goods is a consigner, and the process of sending the goods is the consignment. Out of the total invoice goods 1,20,000, 4/5 of the goods, 4/5 of the goods sold for the 1 lakh, 4/5 of the goods sold for 1 lakh, sold for 1 lakh. What does it mean? 4/5 of the goods in the sense, 4/5 of the goods in the sense how much? 1,20,000 into 4 divided by 5 is nothing but 96,000 worth of the invoice price goods, sold for how much? Sold for 1 lakh rupee. Means, here pay attention everyone, this Mr. X has given the instructions to sell to the consignee, that is a Y, to sell at 96,000, but he sold for 1 lakh rupee. Means in excess how much he got? Excess fund realized how much? Realized is 4,000 rupees excess realized. See, actually the consigner, the person X has sent the goods to Y to sell the goods at 96,000 rupees. But he sold for 1 lakh rupee. It means excess how much? Excess of 4,000 rupees he has sold. Means he has realized 4,000 rupees extra. Commission of 2% up to invoice price. Then this Y is entitled for the commission, right? How the calculation, how to calculate the commission? Up to invoice price is 96,000. On this commission up to invoice price, how much? At the rate of 2%. Go back to the question. And 10% of any surplus above the invoice. See, above the invoice के इन्वॉइस से ज़्यादा कितना मिला हमारे को? 4,000 मिला. इन्वॉइस हमारा था 96,000 रुपीज़ का, मगर हमारा सेल हुआ 1 लाख रुपये का. मीन्स एक्सेस ऑफ इन्वॉइस प्राइस कितना मिला? 4,000. सो एक्सेस ऑफ इन्वॉइस में जितना भी है वहाँ पे आपको 10% कमीशन मिलने वाला है. तो 10% यहाँ पे मिलेगा. इसका मतलब है 2% into invoice price up to invoice price, that is 96,000 into 2%, and in excess of invoice price is 4,000 into 10%. कितना होगा ये? 96,000 into 2% is nothing but 1,920. 4,000 into 10% is 400 rupees. इसका मतलब 1920 plus 400 is nothing but 23,220 rupees is the commission for entitled for the consignee is entitled for the commission of 2,320 rupees. That is what the answer is. I hope you understood. Right. Next, if X co-venturer takes away of goods under memorandum joint venture method, then he will debit these goods in his books too. Means where he will debit? In his books where he will debit if the goods have taken under memorandum joint venture method. So for this, answer is personal account. Just to remember this one, no explanation is required. At the end of the year, bad debts recovered account is. सी पहले हम लोग सोचे थे वो बैड डेट होगा, बाद में वो रिकवर हुआ, तो वो कहाँ जाएगा पैसा? वो डेटार्स में नहीं जाएगा. डेटार्स में ऑलरेडी वी हैव गिवन द इफेक्ट, सो वो जाएगा P&L पे, क्रेडिटेड टू P&L, राइट. As regards the accounting treatment, legacy should be capitalized. It should be capitalized. Sale of 6,570 is recorded in the sales book as 6,750. Means interchanged some numbers. Such error is known as, there is no principal error, there is only the error interchanged the numbers. So that one we will say it is a error of commission. Which of the following is the correct? Which of the following is the correct? Don't see these all. First you understand the concept here. So at the opening of the day or opening of the year, we have some opening stock, plus during the year we purchased something, from this we sold during the year, sorry, sales I can say. It must be in numbers. If it is in the value, this formula will not work. So we sold some, or else I can say opening of the stock we have on the opening day this much, during the year we purchased, at the end of the day we have this much closing stock. So the difference, see, take the example numbers, we will take the numbers. On the opening day we had 10,000 stock, this is the example I am taking, and purchased during the year 1 lakh rupee. Let's assume we have the closing stock at the end of the day or month or year, at the end of the period we have closing stock is this much. See, totally, see, opening one this much, then we purchased this much. From this is the closing balance. Means the difference between that 10,000 plus 1 lakh minus 30,000 is nothing but 80,000. This is the worth of the goods. Means I can say cost of the goods sold. Cost of the goods, cost of goods sold. So this is a formula. You check it out. Opening plus closing, opening and closing cannot be plus. So ultimately you close the last one. Blindly you cancel the fourth one. Closing, cost of the goods sold and closing stock. Cost of the goods sold, if you take this closing stock this side, you will get cost of the goods sold plus closing stock. If you get this one minus, so yes, this formula is the correct. You apply using this concept, right? Right, this is a formula to remember. Next, provision for bad debt is made as per what? Provision for bad debt is made as per the conservatism concept. Capital expenditure as shown in the, see, first of all, what is a capital expenditure? I am purchasing the land, that is my capital expenditure. That is a capital expenditure. And the other word for the capital expenditure is what? Capital expenditure, other word is what? Asset. Land is my asset, right? These are shown in the balance sheet. Import duty on raw material. Raw material is for the stock. This is for the stock. So when it is for the stock, the expenditure purchased, import duty of raw material purchased is a revenue expenditure. If it is a capital asset imported, then that would have been a capital expenditure, right? Life insurance corporation account. Life insurance corporation account is not the normal person. See, Mr. X is a normal person, but LIC is not the normal person. This is an artificial person. So this is an artificial person. Life insurance corporation is not the natural person. It is an artificial person. Goods taken from the business for the personal use by the proprietor should be credited to. See, when the proprietor himself takes the goods for his personal use, what we will do? We will be decreasing the value of the purchases. I will give you the example. During the year we made complete purchases 1 lakh rupee. But if these goods are sold in the market, I will sell at 1,50,000 rupees. But as these goods are taken for me, I am not be selling for myself at the selling price. I will be reducing the goods from the purchases. Rather, I will say I will decrease the value of the purchases. So if the cost is, in simple words I'll tell you, wait a second. Cost of one particular item is 15,000 rupees. at which we purchased. This is a business, we purchased at 15,000. But if I sell this product in the market, I will sell this product in, if I am a proprietor, selling price for me is 20,000 rupees. But if I take for my own purpose, I will take for the 15,000 only for the proprietor, right? So this 15,000 rupees is the cost at which I purchased. If I sell in the market, I can sell at the profit. But if I am taking for my personal purpose, I am a proprietor, then what I will do, I will not say this is a sale, because I am not selling at the sale price. I am decreasing the value from the purchases. It means यहाँ पे मैं जो भी प्रोडक्ट्स लेके जा रही हूँ मेरे बिजनेस से, वो परचेज के जितना पैसा लगा के मैं परचेज करी, उतना पैसे से मैं लेके जाती हूँ, तो वो सेल नहीं बनेगा, क्योंकि उसमें प्रॉफिट एलिमेंट नहीं है। तो मुझे सेल्स का जो भी है, सेल्स का लेजर में जो भी अमाउंट है वो डिक्रीज करना पड़ेगा। समझ में आ रहा? तो परचेज, सॉरी नॉट सेल्स, परचेजेस, मैं जितना भी परचेज करी वो परचेजेस में मुझे ये वैल्यू को डिक्रीज करना पड़ेगा। तो परचेजेस को डिक्रीज करना है, ठीक है। एक कैश बुक विथ डिस्काउंट एंड कैश बुक with discount and bank column, cash book column, discount column and bank column, that is nothing but the triple column cash book. The periodicals of total return inwards day book is posted. Return inwards in the sense what? See, when we sell, that is outward. If it is return inward in the sense sales return is a return inward. Are you understanding? So the periodical totals of return inwards day book is posted to where? Where it is posted? It is posted to the sales return account. By seeing this, you are understanding. By it is posted to the sales return account. But in the question, in the options, it is given debited to sales return and credited to sales return. Then again you will get a doubt. Either it is debited or credited. See, I'll tell you the way to remember. Let's assume you are selling the goods to Mr. X. Mr. X to sales. Mr. X account debtor to sales you will write. When this person is returning the goods, how you will write? Sales return account. Sales return, you are reversing the original entry. Sales return account debtor to Mr. X. It means what you are doing, you are debiting, right? Sales return account. So debiting is the debit of sales return account is the right answer. Are you understanding? Return of sales return account. This is how to remember. I am giving you the tricks also. Right. The process of transfer of entries from day book to the ledgers is called. From the day book, transfer of entries from the day book to ledger is called. From the day book to ledger, what we will say in accounting terminology? Ledger posting. Which financial statement represents the accounting? Which financial statement represents the accounting equation as assets equal to liabilities plus owner's capital? ये कौन सा फिनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा, कौन सा फिनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट से रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा? अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशन असेट्स इक्वल टू लाइबिलिटीज माइनस ओनर्स फंड, ये कौन सा है या कहाँ पे मिलता है ये इन्फॉर्मेशन हमारे को? या आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, मैं ऑलरेडी पहले बता चुकी हूँ। ये फिक्स्ड एसेट्स है, ये करंट एसेट्स है, ये पूरा मिला के आपका टोटल बन जाएगा। यहाँ पे आपको आउटसाइड लाइबिलिटीज़ है, आउटसाइड लाइबिलिटीज़, एंड यहाँ पे ओनर्स फंड। या ये कौन सा टेबल है, ये कौन सा लेजर है? दिस इज द बैलेंस शीट, राइट? इन द बैलेंस शीट ओनली वी विल कम टू नो this accounting equation. The depreciation account is closed at the end of the year by transferring to the, see depreciation account close हो जाएगा by transferring to, या ये amount कहाँ पे जाएगा? प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में। पी एंड एल में याद है आपको, पी एंड एल में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, टू डिप्रिसिएशन प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में ट्रांसफ़र करके ये क्लोज कर देते हैं हम, ठीक है। आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड एंड आई होप यू आर लर्निंग एंड enjoying the classes. So I request you to subscribe to our channel and please share with your friends, those who are doing CMA, exclusively CMA, so that they will also get benefited. So thank you.